was put the bookend on the experience by saying at the beginning we talked a little bit about some of the things that you would like to see in this afternoon. Now I'd like us to do the same thing in terms of what do you think, what in your experience, what just happened in the last 4 hours? What are you taking away from this in terms of everything? A new experience or a practice or an insight or learning or resolution whether to do it again or anything. You know, like life is different now, I think, than it was 4 hours ago. Let's just see if we can get a couple of bullet points to articulate in what ways it may have changed. What do you like that?
Awareness, I would say. Before we came in, none of us knew what we really were getting. Some of us, at least, didn't knew what we were getting into. But as we talked more and more about it, especially out loud, not just inside your head, it made me more aware of myself. It made me like pinpoint certain stuff.
Anything specific, or how do you do that?
I don't know. I guess it just kind of happened. It was as you were talking and you would first breathing exercise. Like that's I don't know why, but it just came to me intuition. I'm like, okay, we're trying to focus. So awareness is at play here.
Focus. That's a good word. That was in the previous one, wasn't it? When I was looking for more focus.
Don't you focus on the
Yes.
I like the attention part, how you're grouping it in 3 different levels, and we were doing it all, but we were not which level we are now. Like I have a better idea, so I guess in communicating with people, it really helps me, like to see that I'm really on the level 1 now. I'm just focusing like more, like when communicating with people at the level 2, which is really important, you know, relationship and communication.
So it would be like learning how to communicate. So if you want to sort of learning how to communicate with one, and then
what I learned was not to how to be flexible, but have a better understanding about flexibility in terms of communication, communicating with people, and understand them. Like, not everyone has the information that I got today in class, so I'm the person who is aware of like level 1, level 2, level 3. So when I talk to someone, I can click it in my mind that so this person is level 2, so I can be level 2 too. Like if this person is level 1, I have to be level 2 to have a better communication, like better understanding about each other.
and not to match up with them.
Yeah, to just be flexible and have a flow of the good communication and good conversation.
Which one was that?
Improve people's skills.
Improve was
As Ali said, but even if we could do that, if we can change our level in communication, at least we can find what's wrong with us. Communicate with people.
So something stand out in us to see.
Or self-knowledge or
Self-knowledge,
awareness.
Connection and creating bonds between the people and
How?
but the same thing, like try to focus on their conversation, on their presence, get it out of yourself. It's just you, there are people around you too as well. Right?
Mm-hmm. So to understand. How?
It's also great for our fears. Because I guess not all of us like feel comfortable standing in a circle and just talking about yourself out loud. Usually think about it inside and you don't want to kind of share. So
I had that feeling here today, like it's like the whole group was ready or waiting for such an event happen that they let go. They just like let me talk. You know, it was just that kind of nobody was hesitant to hide it or not to express themselves, or they were all willing to like, oh, you know what, let's do it, that's the day, right, let's talk. We talked about their fear, their interest, their, I don't know, their whole life scenario, that whether they are compassionate, whether they are like getting hurt about, that was the whole thing.
Like half an hour ago, the energy was so mellow in the center because after explaining level 1 to 3 and after that exercise, the space was so, it was so, it was amazing because everybody was level 2, level 3, and that's what happened. It was so comfortable.
I think this session opened kind of a door, or you can use it. It's life changing if you want to use what any tackling any problems or any situation. If it's
Ali said that if someone is level 1, I'm not going to go to level 1. I'm going to say level 2.
now you know that before you don't know how things are working.
Yeah.
Having tools and knowledge to move
Yeah.
forward.
When you're more knowledge, when you have more knowledge, when you're more knowledgeable, you can take a lead.
Yeah, you will let somebody else lead you with their anger or with animosity or whatever, and you just look at it and laugh and smile and whatever. Actually, you're a little one. What is level 1? Level 1. And it is contagious once you go to level 2. And people just, something like Ali, when you talk to them, they just want to go. It takes time, but after a few times, they become like, if they see that they can step all over you, they do. If they can see that they can sit and listen to you, because that's how you do it, that's who you are, that's you being it, they just can't. They try a few times, but they just can't succeed, then they will let go. I mean, as soon as you come. When it comes to somebody else, they do however, but when it comes to you, then
And in order to make it happen, like there is this saying that's fake it till you make it.
it is what's bad.
It's not easy to just do it the first time you go out of this door. It's not going to be part of your social skills, but you can fake it till you make it.
In practice.
I think something that I'm taking with me is the power of group and the power of people. I think it was interesting. Farid was saying how nobody was hesitant to. I was definitely hesitant at times, but because I saw other people make a move, it encouraged me to make a move also. So just it's incredible what you can get from one another, whether it's a group of, if it's you and another person, or 10 people or 1,000 people. I think there's always something that brings people together, and there's always something you can learn from somebody else when you have that open mind. So
That means we can go out and become a leader and create that environment among others.
there's so many similarities between everybody, I think, on this planet. So I've learned so much more about myself through other people and the things that they chose to leave behind. I was like, oh yeah, I want to leave that behind too. And oh yeah, that one too, me too. Like just things that kept building on each other. There's a lot of kind of similarities, I think, among people. People share a lot of the similar fears, even though we didn't all talk about all of our fears, but hearing other people share what they want to move towards or what they want to leave behind, definitely I can.
Kind of feel that you're all in the same boat. You're not
Yeah.
alone with all your problems and your
Yeah,
weaknesses and
yeah.
your positiveness. Like everybody has its own weaknesses, and then you feel like better, so you're not alone in this universe.
Yeah.
You have to deal with your problems.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got one more thing before we complete, which is its own little ritual. We're pleased to know. We've got a one-page form that we'd appreciate you feeding out in terms of feedback. Just what you liked, what you didn't like, what worked, what you would like to see more of or less of. just to give us some sense of,